Hi friends, welcome to my next video session. In this session I am going to discuss about module 5, structures, pointers, preprocessor directives. So especially in this video session I am focusing on structures. Now what is a structure? So before discussing structure, let us recall the definition of array. What is an array? Array is collection of elements of same data type. So in array all the elements are of same data type, so that is important. So whereas structure, it is also collection of elements of one or more different data types, means similar or dissimilar data types. So data types of structure elements or structure members need not be same. Okay, so that's why we define structure as a collection of one or more variables of similar or dissimilar data types grouped together under a single name. Okay, so this structure is also a derived data type. Okay, so structure contains multiple variables of homogeneous or heterogeneous data types, means the data type of each element may be same, may not be same. Okay, so say what is a structure? It is a collection of one or more variables of homogeneous or heterogeneous data types. Okay, and we define the structure using a keyword called struct, struct. This is very important. Struct is a keyword or reserve word. Okay, and followed by an identifier. So we have to use struct and name of the structure. Okay, every structure should be given a name because structure is also an object, one of the C language objects. That's why our C language construct. Every C language construct will have a name, like variables have names, constants have names, arrays have names, functions have names. Like that, structure should also have a name, and that name should be an identifier. Whatever the rules we follow for naming an identifier, the same rules have to be used for structure name, or we also call it a structure tag, struct tag or structure tag. So every structure is identified by a structure name or structure tag. So let us see what is the general form or syntax for defining a structure. Actually, before using a structure in our program, we need to define the structure, giving information to the compiler that what is name of the structure, what are the members of the structure. Okay, so that's why syntax for defining a structure is this one: struct, keyword struct, very important, and every structure should have a structure name or structure tag. So then it is similar to opening brace and closing brace. So within that we have different variables. Okay, data type variable 1 semicolon, type variable 2 semicolon. So like the type variable n semicolon and the close of this semicolon. Okay, so this is called structure definition, where struct is the keyword in C language. Struct tag identifies the structure later in the program, and this type or data type of each member, here we call them as members or fields. Okay, fields of the structure, right? So this is what the syntax. Struct, very important. Every structure should begin with struct keyword, struct, then struct tag or structure name, struct name, opening brace, closing brace. Within that pair of opening and closing curly braces, we must have the members of structure. So each member should be declared, like data type variable 1 semicolon, data type variable 2 semicolon, data type variable n semicolon. So like that we have to define the structure. Okay, so we say these variables, variable 1, variable 2, variable n are members of structure, structure members or structure fields. One example, so you can have the example here: struct. See here, struct struct as it is keyword. Then struct tag means name of the structure. We have student. Here we have student. Okay, student is the structure tag. Then opening brace. See, this is the opening brace, right? And this is the closing brace, where compulsory the structure members should be written within opening brace and respective closing brace. Okay, these are important. And see, type. What is the type? Here the type we have character. Variable 1, here variable 1 is name of 20, means array of 20 characters. Then type, see here our type is int. Then variable 2, so roll number is our variable 2. Like that, type n, data type float, average marks. Okay, close semicolon. So this is what the structure. What is the syntax of the structure and example of the structure? Means here we'll say structure student has got 3 members or 3 fields. First one is name of 20 characters, array of 20 characters. Second one is roll number of data type integer and average marks float. All these 3 fields or 3 members put together given a common name called student. So name is the first member of student, roll number is second member of student, and average marks is the third member of student. So this is how we have to first define the structure. So this is the structure definition. Okay. Once we define the structure, we have to declare structure variables. Okay. Similar to our declaration of variables, declaration of array variables or normal variables, we have to declare structure variables also. That is very important. Then we work on those structure variables. So that is what called declaring a structure variable. See, the syntax for declaring a structure variable is this one. It should begin with struct keyword, struct. Okay, then name of the structure. So that is structure tag. So this is common, similar to this one. See, struct. See here, struct. Structure tag. What is the structure tag? Actually, student. As per the syntax we are using, struct tag. Then list of variables v1, v2, v3 up to vn, any number of variables, and of course declaration is terminated by semicolon. So this is important. Okay, so this is what you have to remember. What is a structure and how the structure variables are declared. Okay, same actually we have to say while we use the syntax of struct. So this line has to be used as it is. Struct tags, that has to be used as it is. See, struct tag and a list of variables. See, one example, you can observe the example. Here the examples are struct. See, keyword struct. Okay, then we have structure tag, then we have student is a structure tag. Structure tag is nothing but name, structure name, similar to array name, function name. We have structure name student. Then list of variables. So we have 3 variables, s1, s2, s3. So these are 3 variables. Now we'll say struct student. Here actually structure student is declared here, defined. Structure student is defined. So you can observe here structure student is defined. According to this we are declaring the structure variables of type student. See, that's why same this line has to be used. Struct student has to be used as it is. See, struct student has to be used as it is. Okay. Then similar to variables. How many variables are there? Structure student type variable s1, s2, s3. So here what we say, s1, if you take s1 has got how many fields now? 3 fields, like name, roll number, average marks. We call them as s1 dot name, s1 dot roll number, s1 dot average marks. Okay, so like that, suppose if you take s3, so you have s3 dot name, s3 dot roll number, s3 dot average marks, like that. So that's why s1, s2, s3 are structure variables of type student. Okay, but student has got how many fields? Members, 3 members. That's why each structure variable will also have 3 members. Okay, don't get confused with our normal variables. S1 is not a normal variable, it is a structure variable of structure data type student. So that's why it says structure is a user defined data type. Remember it. Structure is a user defined data type. So here S1 means not one memory location is reserved. 3 memory locations are reserved. One for name, one for roll number and one for average marks. Like that, S2 3 memory locations are reserved. Okay, so when we take up an example, you will come to know it exactly how the memory location is reserved. Okay, so this is how we have to declare the structures. So once we declare the structures like this, then we have to store the data into the structures. Okay, so that is what called initialization of structures or structure initialization. Structures initialization means storing data into structure. So what is meant by initialization? We know that initialization is nothing but storing the values into memory location during declaration itself. That's why during declaration of structure itself, if we can store the values into the members of the structure, we call that as structure initialization process. Okay, so let us see what is the syntax of initializing a structure. Okay, so here the structure initialization is similar to that of arrays initialization. So in array initialization, we have discussed that all the elements will be enclosed within a pair of curly braces and separated by commas. Same procedure, same array initialization, one dimensional array initialization method is used here for structure initialization. Okay, see, this is the syntax. So structure initialization is nothing but what? Declaration of variables, declaration of structure variables and storing the values during declaration itself. So that's why structure initialization is nothing but structure declaration plus assigning or storing values. Okay, so here you can observe that structure declaration is like this: structure tag, then structure variable. Okay, structure variable. Okay, assigned a value. So here you have to take this assigned value. Initialization means assigned a value. Then similar to the way we have used, we are going to use here within a pair of curly braces. You can observe here within a pair of curly braces we have the values, right? Within a pair of curly braces we are going to use the values here. Within a pair of curly braces we are using the values, variables, right? Value 1, value 2, value 3, so like that, terminated by semicolon. So this is what the struct. So very important. So what you should have? You should have struct keyword, then name of the structure, then structure variable, then assigned a value. Okay, assigned a value, then within a pair of curly braces list of values. So example you can observe here, struct means structure tag is student, structure variable is CSC, assigned a value, so assigned a value, then within a pair of curly braces, see, within a pair of curly braces we have what is the student, first member of the student is name, so that's why we have used the name within double inverted comma. See, name is used within double inverted comma. Okay, what is the second field of student? I think roll number, so 21, then marks 25.3. so like this. Okay, so 3 fields. So depending upon the data type, so whatever the data types we have used in student, see, name, integer, roll number, float, average, marks. So same S1. Okay, say structure student, here instead of S1 we have taken CSC, assigned a value, name, roll number, then average marks, right? So this is how we can initialize the structure. Okay. Actually here it is shown example. See, the complete structure definition, declaration and initialization is shown here. See, structure definition is what? So this is what the structure definition. Okay, structure employee, this one, opening brace, closing brace, name of 20. Now here instead of student we have taken here what is called employee name we have taken here. Structure name is employee. Struct begins with keyword structure tag employee, within pair of curly braces first field is name 20 characters, then salary integer, ID integer. Okay, structure declaration. So here how the structure is declared, structure declaration. So we have declared the structure same as similar to our definition, struct employee. So struct employee as it is. Then variables emp1, emp2, structure variable declaration. emp1, emp2 are two structure variables. So like S1, S2, struct student S1, S2, S3. Here struct employee emp1, emp2. So how many structure variables are declared here? Two structure variables are declared. Before that we have defined the structure, that is important. So before that we have defined the structure. So this is only after defining the structure, then we can declare the structure variables. We can declare the structure variables. It's struct employee, then emp1, emp2. So emp1 has got three fields called name, salary, id. emp2 has got three fields, name, salary, id. Okay. So once we declare that, then we can initialize the structure. Structure initialization means giving values to these emp1 here itself. Using scanf statement, or using gets we can store values into fields of emp1. Okay. So before that we have to declare, or we can store the values during declaration itself also. So that can also be done, right? So that's why I'll say initialization is nothing but declaration followed by assigning the values. So here you can observe that structure declaration is this one, struct employee emp1, emp2. So structure initialization, see the same line we are using, struct employee, same line, struct employee emp1, assigned a value within a pair of curly braces. Within a pair of curly braces we are, see, within a pair of curly braces corresponding to employee name Ramu, employee salary 20,000, employee ID 1000. So like that. Okay. Then see struct employee emp2, assigned a value. Then within a pair of curly braces we have Nagaraj, then salary 1050, then ID 200. So like this we can initialize the structure variables. Okay, we can initialize the structure variables emp1 and emp2. So this is what is a structure, how to declare a structure, and how to initialize the structure variables. Initialize the structure variables. Okay. So then once we store the values into structure members, then we must have a means to access the structure members. A method should be there to access the structure members for operation purpose. Okay. So that's why how to access members of structure. So we use dot operator. We use dot operator to access the members of structure. Okay. So that's why we will say the members of structure can be identified and accessed using dot operator. We use dot full stop. Okay. So dot operator connects name structure member name to the name of the containing structure. So here don't get confused. Structure will have a name and structure members will also have a name. See, three words come into picture here: structure name, structure member name, okay, variable name, structure variable name. So structure name, structure member name, structure variable name. So here if you consider this structure, here structure name is employee. Okay, structure name is employee. Structure variable names name, salary, ID. These are structure member names. Name, salary, ID are structure member names. Structure variable names emp1 and emp2. So that's why you must have structure name, structure member names, then structure variable names. Okay, three things you have to remember very well. Okay, that's why I'll say to access these structure member names, we have to use the member name and structure name and member name separated by dot operator. So that is what here. Say for example here structure name is employee. Okay, structure member name is name, value is Ramu. Okay, structure name is employee, structure variable name is emp1, structure first variable in emp1 is first field in emp1 or first member in emp1 is name, second member in emp1 is salary, third member in emp1 is id. So that's why to access RAMU we use a dot operator between employee variable name and member name, like emp1 dot name is RAMU, emp1 dot salary is equal to 20,000, emp1 dot id is equal to 1,000, like that. emp2 dot name Nagaraju, emp2 dot salary 10,000 50, emp2 dot id is 200. Like this we use dot operator to access the members of structures, okay. That's why you'll see, you can say here it is said the member of a structure is identified and accessed using dot operator. Dot operator connects member name to the name of its containing structure, means in which structure that member is there, okay. Within that and within between member name we use, like say struct variable comma member name semicolon, like that we are going to use. So what is struct variable here? emp1 dot member name is what? Name, like that. So I see it will be more clear if you just understand this figure. Consider structure definition and initialization. See, struct employee, okay, containing how many members? 3 members, character name of 10, float salary, integer id. Now once the structure is defined, then we have to declare variables and initialize values to structure variables. That's why this line as it is, struct employee, variable name is e1, assigned a value, name within pair of curly braces, name within double quotes RAMU, comma salary 52,000, comma id 878. Okay. So now we will say here the members of structure variables e1 can be accessed like this using dot operator. As see, what is the structure variable name? E1. Okay. E1 dot name, here structure has got first field what? Name. So E1 dot name can access RAMU. Here see, E1 name is RAMU, E1 salary is 52,000, E1 ID is 878. So like that, using dot operator we write like this: E1 dot name can access string RAMU, E1 dot salary can access 52,000, E1 dot ID can access value 878. So this is how we use dot operator between E1 is the structure variable and name is the member of that structure variable E1. Okay. So let us see how to display the various members of structures. Means in memory location, if values are stored in structure members, how to display or how to print the values. Of course, we can use printf statement and dot operator. Okay. See like this. Printf name is a string. That's why we have format string %s \n e1 dot name. So this line prints what? This line prints name of E1. So what is name of E1? What is name of E1? We have initialized here in E1 RAMU. Name of E1 is RAMU here. See, E1 name RAMU, E1 salary 52,000, E1 ID 878. Okay. So that's why we will say printf %s name string. So that's why here instead of writing just name, we write E1 dot name, means structure variable should be associated with member name. So E1 dot name prints name of the employee. Printf, see, salary is float, so % of E1 dot salary prints salary. Printf %d E1 dot id is integer. So in our structure, while defining structure so the data type, see, name, so %s, name %s, salary float, % of id int %d. So same format characters need to be used in the printf statement. So name %s, salary float, % of id integer d. Okay, so it prints the employee id. So in the same way, to store the values, one method is by using initialization we can store the values. Another method is you can read the values into structure members by using scanf statement or getS statement or getch statement using dot operators. Reading values for various members of structure. Values of members of structure variables can be read using scanf statement or getS statement or getC statement. Okay, and dot operator. So instead of printf we use it's called getS or scanf. See? Name is a string, that's why we are using what is called read. We use getS statement. GetS even dot name reads employee name, means you have to type the name through keyboard, because getS is an input function. So input means you have to type through the keyboard. Then see scanf %f comma ampersand even dot salary. Okay, so you have to give value to the salary. Scanf %d ampersand even dot id, because it is input we have to use ampersand. For getS we don't use ampersand. Okay, for scanf we have to use address operator. Like this is how we read the values for various members of the structure. Means first we have to define the structure, then we have to declare structure variables, then we have to add values into structure members of structure variables. Okay, and if you want you can print the values of members of structure variable. Okay, so memory representation. See here, memory representation of a structure. How much memory is allocated for a structure? So when structure is declared, so total memory allocated will be sum of the memory allocated for each member of the structure. Okay, and the memory is allocated contiguously, means consecutive memory locations are allocated to structure, similar to array. In array also, for array also consecutive locations are allocated to array. So even for structure same. Okay, so here for structure employee, in the above case we have defined structure employee, the total amount of memory will be 16 bytes. Okay, how that 16 bytes? We see name of 10, so 10 bytes for name. Name of characters, each character needs 1 byte, so 10 characters means 10 bytes. Okay, then salary is float, so 4 bytes for salary float, and ID is integer 2 bytes. That's why 10 plus 4 plus 2 is equal to 16 bytes of contiguous memory is allocated for structure employee, as shown in the following figure. See here, name 10, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 for name, then next 4 for salary, next 2 for ID. So totally 16 bytes of contiguous memory is allocated. Okay, and one example we can see, a program to read and write a structure called core with members like name, model and price. Okay, so the same program, this is the program. We shall discuss the program and trace the program, so you will come to know it better. So here this is the program to read and write a structure. Program to read and write a structure. So you can note that hash include stdio.h. So in a program, first you have to say hash include stdio.h is preprocessor directive, and here our main, before main you have to define the structure, and this part is called defining the structure. First you have to define the structure. See what I am going to explain now, please carefully observe this. If you want, repeatedly watch this, so that the entire concept of structure will be more clear for you. You will understand it better. Okay, if you don't understand this, the concept of structures will be very difficult for you. So give more importance to this explanation. After preprocessor directive, first we have to define the structure. So here in this program I have defined a structure called core. So core is the object here, and it has got a different properties. Core will have a name, core will have model, core will have price, core will have color, core will have number of wheels. So like that it goes on. So I have taken, for easier understanding purpose, 3 properties we have taken. Core's 3 properties: name of the core, model of the core, then price of the core. So that is what defined. So that's why, as discussed, structure, the syntax of the structure, it begins with struct, keyword struct, then name or structure tag, structure name or structure tag. Here I have given core. Okay, like student, employee, here core. Within a pair of curly braces we have, members of structure core. So here core has got how many members? 3 members. First one is name of Array is a name of 10 characters. Car will have a name like Maruti, Santro, okay, so Swift, like that. Then car will have model, year of manufacturing, 2020, 2015, 2000, like that. Car will have price, 7 lakhs, 8 lakhs, 50 lakhs, 20 lakhs, like that. Okay. So model is integer, year. Price is float, I have taken, float. So this is the structure defined. This is the structure defined. So first what you have to do, you have to define the structure. So like this. This is very important. First you have to define the structure. Okay. Once you define the structure, then so this is what first you have to define the structure. Then only you can declare variables of structure. Okay. Before defining structure, you cannot declare variables. That's the first step is you have to define the structure using keyword struct, structure name, then within pair of curly braces data type variable names, member names. Okay. Then you can use this structure. Okay. See here, we have used this structure main. We are going to declare structure variables. So in order to declare structure variables, this line has to be used as it is. Struct car has to be used as it is. Struct car, then name of the structure variable, here it is taken as C1. Okay. Name of the structure variable is C1. So this is the C1. C1 is the structure variable. So you have to declare structure variables. Once you declare the structure variables, what happens? Memory is reserved here. See, you can observe here, the memory is reserved for this structure. Here structure is defined. Once you define the structure core, see, structure core is defined. Okay. It has got how many fields? 3 fields: name, model, price. Name, model, price. And once you declare the structure here C1, so name of the structure variable is what? C1. Okay. So this is called core structure. Core structure C1. C1 is the structure variable. Now you see C1 has got 3 members: name, model, price. That's what happens when you declare this structure core C1. Observe this figure. Okay. Structure has got 3 fields: name, model, price. So name, model, price. Okay. Data type character into float. Then variable name is C1. So C1 is the structure variable declared. So that's why memory is reserved for C1. How much memory is reserved? 16 bytes. 10 bytes for name, 4 bytes for model is integer now, 2 bytes, and price is float, 4 bytes. So 16 bytes is reserved for name. So like that, if you declare another variable C2, another variable is named as C2. So once again, name, model, price will be declared, right? This is important. So next is what? Once you declare, memory is reserved now. You can observe here there is no values. There is no value stored, right? Here no values are there for structure members. C1 members, name, model, price don't have values. Now we have to give values through keyboard. So that can be done by using getter statement and scanf statement. So that's what called reading a structure. See, void main. Okay, within that now see we have to read the structure. So what is meant by reading a structure? Giving values to the C1 members. For name we have to give one value. We have to type some value, some name through keyboard. For model we have to type some model number, and price we have to type through keyboard some price, right? So that is what here reading structure. So first we have to read the name. We have to give value to the name. No? So this was see printf enter car name. When it is displayed, so just it displays enter car name. So this line is displayed as it is, enter car name. Okay. Now you have to enter car name. I will enter car name Swift. My car name is Swift. Now see whatever you type here, see get as C1 dot name is executed. Enter car name, so it will display enter car name. So when this line printf enter car name is executed, enter car name. Then control comes to this statement, get as C1 dot name. Get as C1 dot name means you have to read through keyboard. Okay, that will be stored in C1 dot name. Whatever you read through keyboard. Now I am going to read Swift. So that Swift will be stored in C1 dot name. So here C1 dot name, we use dot operator here. So that will be Swift. That will be Swift now. So like this, we store value to the first member of structure car C1. Okay. Then, so this is C1 dot name. Then enter model number, it will display this. When this statement is executed in a new line, it will display enter model number. Okay, enter model number, it will display. So in new line it will display enter model number. So enter model number means now you have to next scanf statement is executed. When scanf statement is executed, cursor waits here, you have to type some value. So like 2015 I will enter. So where the 2015 will go in scanf statement, see C1.model. So C1.model. Now this will be 2015. Okay. So this statement is executed. So next what happens? This line, this printf statement is executed. Enter price of the car in lakhs. So that is executed. So enter price of the car in lakhs, that is displayed as it is on the screen. Right. So now I will type some 7 lakhs. 7 lakhs I will give. Okay. See, that is what, where that 7 will go. 7 will go to this scanf percentage of C1.price. Okay. So C1.price, now it will become 7.000 because it is float, no, 7.00 will be stored in memory. Now you can observe here. So this code is used for reading structure, means entering values through keyboard to the structure members. Now you can observe here, structure C1 has got values for all the 3 members, name, model, price. So this is called reading a structure, means entering the data into the structure. I think it is more clear. Now once it is there, if you want, you can print them on the screen. You can bring these values onto the screen. You can bring these values onto the screen. For that you can use appropriate printf statements. That is called writing a structure. Writing a structure. See, writing a structure means what? Printf in new line actually. So this is displayed. Okay. Car name is percentage S. Car name is, in place of percentages, what will be displayed? C1.name. So you observe here, what is C1.name? In memory, C1.name is Swift. So that's why in place of percentages, so what it will display? Swift will be displayed. Okay. Then next printf in new line, next line, car model is. So you can display car model is. So in place of percentage D, what will be displayed? C1.model. So in memory, what is the content of C1.model? C1.model is 2015. That's why in place of percentage D, 2015 is displayed. So then next printf statement is executed in new line. Car1 dot price is, this one displayed as it is. So in next line it is displayed. Car price is percentage of lakhs. So in place of percentage F, what will be displayed? C1 dot price. So what is C1 dot price? 7.000. So that is what displayed here, 7.00000. Okay. After decimal point, 6 digits will be there. And this is get ch, end of the program. Now see, this complete thing is called writing a structure. So what is very important here? First you have to define the structure. So this is defining the structure immediately after preprocessor directive before main. Once you define the structure, what you have to do? You have to declare structure variable. Once you declare structure variables, then you have to read the data into structure variables, that is reading structure. And once you read the structure, you can print the values onto the screen, bring the values onto the screen. This is called writing a structure. Okay. So this will be your input and output and memory tracing of structure called car, right? And you can execute the same program and you can see what is your result. See, the same program is typed here. So this is what program to read and write a structure. First structure is defined. So here the structure is defined. Once you define the structure, then structure variables are declared in main. After that, you have to read the structure. So this is called reading the structure. Then you have to write the structure, and this is the code for writing the structure. So compile it, run it. So enter car name. I will write Swift. Enter car model 2015. Enter car price in lakhs 7. See what will be your output. Car name is Swift. car model is 2015, car price is 7 lakhs. So we have got the same output that what we traced in our program. So this is all about what is a structure and how to define, read and write the structures. So repeatedly watch. This concept is very important for further programs. Repeatedly watch and understand the concept of structure. Thank you for watching this video. Right.